So the idea for this video came from a conversation I had with somebody this morning who's very close to me, who does home visits for for a healthcare company. And while I can't give you the specifics because it's against the law or whatever, I need to tell you the basic story of how this video was created. Now the upcoming video after my little speech here, I had AI generate the video because it actually does a better job at describing what I'm trying to address and what the United States government specifically needs to address in order to truly help people. This person had to visit somebody in a rural part of America that at the current time is extremely hot, very hot. So they're out in basically the middle of nowhere in a kind of a beat up, broken down trailer. There's an elderly gentleman living there, and there's no heat. There's no air conditioning in this trailer. And he explained that he doesn't have air conditioning because he can't afford the cost of the electric bill. So he just has basic lights, basic stuff. The only way he can get to a doctor visit is by using his lawn tractor. Like, this has to be fixed. And this is the problem. By the way, this man is living, his wife is deceased, and he's elderly. He's probably, I don't know what age he is. He's probably in his late 70s. But he's living alone. He has nobody there, and he's getting $1,000, just slightly over $1,000 a month on Social Security. The problem is Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare are all being abused. Something like 60% of the people on Medicaid are able-bodied, young, strong people, male and female. The system is being abused, and because of that, there is nothing left for men like this gentleman, right? Here's the problem. Here's the problem, the way the government works. Let's say you have 1,000 people, right? And they all sign up for Medicaid. There's basically no checks, balances, nothing. So the government says, well, there's 1,000 people, we have $10,000, and they distribute it equally. But the problem is, if 60% of the people are taking that money fraudulently, how in God's name would there be enough for a poor old guy or an old woman or somebody who's disabled, legitimately disabled? How would they have a chance to get their fair share? This man's fair share is not $1,000 a month. His fair share is not him being unable to pay his electric bill. He deserves more. He probably deserves twice what he's getting right now. But unless you fix the system, it's never going to happen. And you know what else? If you keep putting more money into the system, the corrupt and the people who shouldn't be in the system will just get more money. And this man will get a tiny trickle that's worthless to him over the long period of time. So the substance of the video you're about to watch is addressing the fact that the government should first of all streamline the system, modernize the system, whereby people would be required to use facial recognition and computer systems in order to prove that they're eligible or prove that they're entitled to these various entitlement programs. And the government, for this man, for instance, the government could come in and do a one-time upgrade to his entire living situation. First of all, fix up or even replace his trailer with a little energy efficient tiny home. Take away his lawnmower, give him an electric lawnmower. Take away his gas stove, give him induction electric stoves and equipment. Install a energy efficient solar system with, and here's the key, with a battery backup system. So all of his power is being generated basically for free. He can have a combustible toilet, and he can also have solar powered hot water. We have this technology right now, but all we do is keep funding an old system. This man could have a one-time upgrade to his property, and I don't know the cost, but whatever the cost is, frankly, would actually fix his life for 25 years. Like, that's insane to think about. We have this technology. So the next time you see Elon Musk, the person who understands this technology, get angry at a guy like Donald Trump, you understand why. It's extremely frustrating for me to have to listen to the story about this man when I know full well that it's fixable. But it's not fixable unless we fix the current government system of doing business. It's a waste of time to funnel money into the current system and even fund what I'm talking about, because that upgrade to the property that could be done right now for, let's say, I don't know, 50 grand, 100 grand, whatever it is, in the current system of government, that would probably cost $1 million. This has to stop. And the people better wake up and understand that you need young, bright minds changing and upgrading the government systems in order to make this happen. It's the only way. Now, that video is coming up now.
You know, millions of people across America live in rundown homes, not because they want to, but because they simply can't afford the cost of keeping the lights on, the fridge cold, or the water running. Rising utility prices, aging infrastructure, and chronic underinvestment leave families with, well, just a few options. But what if we reimagined support for low-income households not as handouts, but as one-time investments in freedom, energy freedom, mobility freedom, and financial freedom? In this video, we'll explore 10 powerful ideas the government could implement to bring real change through off-grid independence and smart innovation. Rather than recurring subsidies, the government could provide one-time grants to install rooftop solar systems on eligible homes. By funding a 5-kilowatt system, the average household could generate enough electricity to eliminate monthly power bills for 25 years. It's not just an environmental investment, it's economic empowerment. Solar is only half the battle. Without a reliable battery system, families are still at the mercy of the grid at night or during storms. A government-funded Tesla Powerwall-style battery, or a more affordable alternative, could store excess energy, ensuring 24/7 access to power without recurring costs. Water heating is one of the largest energy costs in low-income homes. Installing solar thermal water heating systems could cut that cost by up to 80%. These systems require very little maintenance and could last decades, with one-time installation funding saving families thousands. You know, some rural or semi-rural homes end up paying quite a bit for septic upkeep or those high water bills. The government could honestly step in to help folks install off-grid wastewater recycling units or even modern composting toilets. That way, we'd be cutting down on water use and utility costs, all while promoting a bit more sustainability in our communities. Gas stoves, well, they're dangerous and end up being pretty expensive over time. By swapping them out for electric induction cooktops and solar ovens, families could really reduce indoor air pollution, lower their energy use, and cut down on dependency on fossil fuels. All with just a one-time appliance upgrade. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Those old gas lawnmowers and weed eaters, boy, they're noisy, polluting, and just a pain to maintain. If there was one-time funding for electric or solar-powered lawn equipment, it'd make yard upkeep so much easier, cleaner, and cheaper for low-income homeowners, especially for the elderly. Seems like a win-win to me. You know, high utility bills often come from heating and cooling. Now, the government could fund things like window glazing, insulation, solar fans, thermal curtains, and even reflective roofing. These passive solutions, well, they really do dramatically reduce the need for costly AC or heating, even if you don't have electricity. For multifamily housing or neighborhoods, a shared microgrid powered by solar and wind could be installed with public funding. Managed cooperatively, it could provide free or ultra-low-cost power to an entire block, even during outages. Elderly citizens often can't drive and can't afford rideshare services. The government could deploy autonomous electric robotaxis for emergency use only, like doctor visits, grocery runs, or pharmacy trips. Facial recognition or fingerprint scanning would ensure only verified seniors use the system, preventing abuse or fraud. In underserved areas, the government could set up solar-powered community hubs. Small buildings or kiosks with Wi-Fi, EV charging, device charging stations, and refrigeration. These micro-infrastructure points could serve as lifelines for communication, telehealth, and emergencies. Instead of spending billions on temporary relief year after year, we could invest in smart one-time systems that lift people out of dependency and into self-sufficiency. From solar panels to robotaxis, from compost toilets to passive cooling, we have the technology, we just need the will. What do you think? Would you support a government program that empowers families to go off-grid? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more future-forward solutions. Thanks for watching.